if it were possible to deceive the very elect, even the chosen one of his can be deceived. Such miracles they can perform. Then how are you going to know the true from the false? He said, by the fruit you shall know them. What produce? What do they produce? By the fruits you shall know them. Do men gather grapes from the thorn or figs from the thistle? Do they? He said, no. Every good tree will be good fruit, and every evil tree will be evil fruit. Judge them by the fruits. By the fruits you shall know them. We are not paragons of virtue, we Muslims. We are not. Let's admit it, that we have our black sheep like any other community. But, and I can boast, and I have been boasting, and I have not been contradicted, that my people, the Muslims of South Africa, we have the lowest alcoholic consumption in the country. We don't say we have no drunkards. We have our black sheep, our drunkards as well, who might drink any other Christian or Hindu under the table. We have them too. But we have the lowest alcoholic consumption in the country. We have the lowest gambling rate in the country. We have the lowest prison rate in the country. We have the lowest divorce rate in the country. We have the lowest suicide rate in the country. And we have the highest charity rate in the country. With what God has given us, we are the most charitable of people. We are the most hospitable of people. We are the most sober people. In everything. Though we are not paragons of virtue. We have our black sheep. We have to admit. We have our crooks and cutthroats too. But as a people as a whole, there is not another nation or community in this country that can show a candle to us that we are better than you. What did it? This man's teaching. Forget everything. Remember this one thing, that at the present moment there are 1,000 million Muslims in the world. 1,000 million Muslims, 1 billion. And we as a people as a whole, we don't drink alcohol. We are the biggest society of teetotalers in the world. People who don't imbibe alcohol. Biggest society in the world are the Muslims. Despite all our drunkards, we are still the biggest society of people who don't touch that stuff. I said, if Muhammad did nothing but freed mankind from this one evil, South Africa, we spent last year 2,000 million rand on alcohol. Last year we spent 2,000 million, 2 billion on gambling. Very little of our money went there, I hope. My dear brothers and sisters, we have given you this little booklet. Look, take it home, master these verses, master them, memorize them to such an extent that, you know, you can stand on your head and you can rattle it off. That's the only way to learn, is that if you can stand on your head and rattle it off. Prophet sal ek verhulle verwek, uit die midden van hulle broers. So in case you are talking and the guy breaks you in the middle and he takes you off like a shark, you know, you can catch a shark, what happens? He's taking you this way, that way, and you pull it back again and the thing reels again. So same thing happens in a dialogue. You know, while at work, while you're having tea, the discussion starts and the guy takes you off. So what about this and what about Khomeini? We are talking about Deuteronomy 18:18 and he wants to know about Iraq-Iran war. He wants to know about this fellow. So if you have mastered it, you can bring it back. Again, where you left off, it's a suasies. You know, we are discussing suasies. And Excel me word in the mondele, and Excel me word in the mondele. Can you see? So you must master this. You owe it to yourself. And I says, the pleasure and the privilege is ours. Allah has given it to us. لِيُزْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. He's given you a deen that is to master, overcome, and supersede them all. وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. And enough is Allah is a witness to this fact that is going to make his deen to prevail, with you or without you. It's a privilege Allah has given us that we can serve his deen. We can do the works of the prophets of God and earn a prophet's reward. May Allah be with you. وَآخِرُ دَعْوَانَا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.
Thank you very much, Brother Ahmad Deedat. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, before we enter into questioning, I'd like to cover a few points. Number one, I did mention at the outset that this is the first of a series of lectures. We invite you to attend all those lectures. The first one after tonight will be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock in the Rockland Civic Center, Mitchell's Plain, where, as mentioned earlier, the topic will be Muhammad, the natural successor to Christ. For the rest, you can read it behind the pamphlet. We are making a video recording of whatever has been said and whatever will be said tonight. We make bold to say that there's no copyright to it. If you want to come to the other lectures and you wish to bring with a tape recorder, you are free to do so. If you wish to come and make a video and you can get permission from the authorities at the halls, you're free to do that also. Also feel free to bring your friends, whoever they may be. Feel free to bring them along to come and listen to the lectures. When it comes to question time, as I look at the people now, there are very few of you that I do know. I don't know how you have received the talk. I don't for one minute believe that you are going to accept or just agree with whatever Ahmad Deedat has said. You are free then for clarification, or even if you wish to differ with him, please put a question and he will answer. All I ask then is that first of all, you wait your turn, number one. Number two, ask one question at a time. And if you have got more than one question, go to the back of the queue if there's going to be a queue. Number three, I would like one thing, that if a person puts a question and you feel in your mind that he is being sarcastic, that he is being silly, or that he is being stupid, please keep your feelings to yourself. Every man is entitled to ask his question. Please do not shout any man down. And when an answer is given from Mr. Deedat, I trust you will give him the same respect. Give him a time to answer, and please do not shout him down with another question or with a statement. We now invite anybody to come up to the microphone in the passage here and to put any question that he or she may want to ask. It is over to you.
Good evening, all of you. Now, Mr. Ahmad Deedat, I have always heard about you, and my desire was always to talk with you, not in the state to argue or anything else. And I don't want to make excuses, because why, that's not the thing. I have heard you were talking about Dumanis. Now, I also want to say something about this. Then I'm going over to my questions. There's one different thing. God has also His Spirit. Now when I wanted to go to a Bible school, the Lord stopped me from going to CEBI in Surrey Estate, Klipfontein Road. Now, Mr. Ahmad Deedat, I just want to get a clearance on this. Not to say that I am going against you. As I've already said, I'm not making excuses. Now, you have said that Jesus is not Muhammad, but Jesus is not, Moses is not talking about Jesus, but about Muhammad. Now, I believe that Mr. Deedat has also gone to Bible schools, etc., as you have said with your own mouth, of selling the sugar, etc., to the other missionaries, and how they teased you. I like that so, because why, it made me laugh, not for a joke, because if the earnestness for your